Hey guys, welcome to Fortune Finds. Today I'm going to be doing this more natural, subtle, glam look. I'm going to be teaching you how to do this eye. We used a few different colors, lighter colors with just a couple blending brushes, and then I'm going to show you how I did my face, which we did it in a different order to achieve a more like glowing from within, not so like contoured cut look. So if you're into this soft glam and you'd like to learn how to do it for yourself, keep on watching. Okay, so to start off our eye look, I'm gonna take my Tarte tape shape and I'm just gonna outline my brows. This way I clean up any mistakes that I've made, and this also really helps them to pop. And to cut out my brows, I'm going to be using my Japanese concealer brush, and I'm just gonna outline the brows. Getting up top, the side, and then underneath, I like to go with the top of the brush. This way you can really get in there. And take your time. And just make sure that that's all blended in. And once that eyebrow is carved out, I'm gonna be using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. Just a little bit, and put that all over the lid. Like so. So taking our first blending brush, this is a Morphe M575. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to grab this orange shade, and I'm just going to put that all in the crease. Put that all throughout the crease, really warming it up. Once that's all blended in, I'm going to take this darker shade with a tighter blending brush, keeping that a little lower in the crease, and just blending that out. Now I'm gonna go back in with that first blending brush. Don't put any product on it, and just blend that out. Taking a flat shadow brush, I'm gonna be grabbing this pink shade right here, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid to really brighten up that lid. Now to really grab that color and make it pop, I'm gonna take my MAC Fix Plus and wet the brush, dipping it back in this shade, and putting that all over the lid. And that's really going to take the shimmer and really stick it to the eye. Now I'm gonna take this lighter pink shade right here on the same brush, and I'm just gonna put that on the lid, but in the innermost part of the lid, to just brighten up that eye. And you can push that into the crease to lighten up that brown and orange that we blended in, to just really lighten up the whole look, because again, we want this to be minimal, we want this to be pretty and feminine and just super pretty. Like, you're not gonna look at me or you if you're doing this and say, wow, that chick's really wearing a lot of makeup. No, you're gonna say, oh, that woman looks really ladylike and classy. And you're not gonna notice your makeup, you're gonna notice the whole face and your overall beauty. That's the goal of minimal makeup. When you feel like that's light and pretty and to your liking, I'm gonna take a third blending brush, and I'm gonna grab this lighter shade and just highlight under the brow bone. Start at the arch, bring it down, and just put it all underneath. And taking a clean blending brush, I'm just going to blend the whole eye together, getting rid of any hard edges and really bringing all the colors together. Now I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner and just create a wing. Now to create a wing, I like to start in the outer corner first. So I like to think of, look at the bottom of your eye, your bottom waterline. Now, if you look in the corner, it's like you just want to bring that lower waterline up. Like just continue, it's a continuation of the waterline. So, continuing that waterline. And you kind of want to make it match the other one. My wings look a little bit different, and it's okay. If they look a little bit different, don't fret. We're gonna go and we're gonna clean them up when we put on concealer, which we will get to in a moment. Let me just fix this wing a little bit. So now I'm gonna apply lashes. For this look, I'm going to be using the same lashes I always use, which I know I like to complain about because I'm really sick of them, but they do give a very like natural look. You can see right here I'm wearing them, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing like falsies. It looks very natural. So they are the Ardell number 110 black falsie lashes. And today I decided I'm gonna be generous. Well, actually, that's not even what I'm gonna be. Today I decided I'm gonna show you how I apply lashes. I'm not like the best lash applier, but I figured I'd show some of you out there who have no idea. So here we go. So I'm gonna take the lash. You're gonna take the lash out of the packet. Now, mind you, no one's eye is this big. Well, there might be some, but most people's eyes are not this big. So without applying any glue, I'm gonna take the tackiness that's already on the lash and I'm going to apply this to the eye to just see how much I need to take off. So it's on my eye, this is clearly too big. I'm gonna take off some of the length. So I personally typically cut 2 lashes on the inside and I'll cut 2 from the outer side. Now you're gonna lay this back on your eye to just see if you have cut enough on it. For comfortability, I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. I'm gonna cut 1 more from the inner corner of the lash. Now that our lashes are cut and custom to our eye, I'm going to line them using my Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins lash glue. And this is my favorite lash glue that I have ever used. It goes on kind of blue, like a hint of blue. So you're gonna put some on there. You're gonna wait for this to dry a little bit. Just wait to see when it's not as blue, the glue. That's how I go by it. You could blow on a little bit. And then I'm going to apply the lashes, and I personally like to apply the middle. So I go by the middle of the lash to see where it lines up. Push that where the lash line is. And then I just try to get that as close to the lash line as I can. Now be careful when you're using tweezers. Especially if you don't typically apply lashes, be very careful that you don't poke your eye. You can even use your fingers if you don't feel up to using a tweezer. So for a more natural look, I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm gonna apply a concealer first. This way it's like you glow from within. So I'm just gonna apply that how I typically apply concealer. The sides of the nose, a triangle, and then I'm gonna cover up my red spots that I get in my red areas, a little bit down my nose, in between my brows, and a little on my chin. Now using my Morphe sponge, I'm just gonna pounce that into the skin. So once your concealer is all patted in, I'm gonna go in and just clean up my wings a little bit. So I'm gonna take the Japanese concealer brush, grabbing some off of the wand. no one's perfect. Okay, going in with our beauty blender just to like pounce that out. And if you feel like your wing was damaged in the process, you can always just go over it to make it darker. Now taking our Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation, I'm just gonna use this to put all over the face. I really like this foundation and I feel like it's creamy and it leaves your skin looking natural, and natural is what we're going for today, so that's why we're gonna use it. Using my Morphe M439, I'm gonna just put that all over the skin. Okay, once that's all laid out all over your face, you're gonna go ahead back with your sponge and just pat it in. Like I've said before, sponges really leave a more natural finish than brushes. And so since this is a natural look, again, we're gonna try and look as natural and not cakey as possible. So I'm just gonna set my concealer with a brush. I'm using the Morphe E48, looks like this, tapered brush. And I'm just gonna go underneath the eye and just set that. Underneath the other eye and set that. And then in my T-zone or wherever you personally think you get oily, I'm just going to lightly contour my face. I'm not really gonna walk you through this because I have a whole contour video and I feel like I've done this so many times in my videos using a bronzer. So really quick, I'm just gonna use an angle brush. I'm gonna use some bronzer and I'm just gonna bring some color to the face by creating some light shadows, because again, we don't want to look like we baked our face or really contoured it, because this is a natural look. I just keep having to say it because I'm not really like, I like to be a little outlandish with my makeup and I'm not really into like natural looks, but I don't really have time today. And this was requested. So, not that I don't like natural looks. I mean, I like doing whatever, and whatever you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to show you. But, I'm not gonna lie, this is not my typical go-to. Okay, so taking a E4 Morphe brush, and I'm gonna use my Seraphine Botanicals Lychee and Gold blush, because it's very, very pretty and very, very subtle. I'm just gonna swipe that along the cheeks. Again, because this is natural, I'm going to take my Morphe M510 and the highlight I always use, which is not a blinding highlight, the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion. I'm gonna throw that on the tops of the cheeks, down my nose, a little bit on the end of my nose, between my brows, on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin. And this is a very pretty highlight because it's not blinding, it's not like glittery, it's like a light. It's a beam of light. I'm going to be taking a pencil brush. I'm gonna take the Morphe M431, this brown shade right here that we used, and I'm gonna throw that on the waterline. Going in with that lighter shade we used before to highlight the brow, I'm gonna throw that in the middle on the inner corner. Now to make our eyes appear bigger and more open, I'm just gonna use a white eyeliner. This is Revlon. You can use any drugstore eyeliner you so choose, and I'm just going to put it on the bottom line, waterline. Taking my Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, I'm just going to line the lashes to make our lashes and our falsies more cohesive and to make them a little bit darker. Set the face using my MAC Fix Plus, and that will help achieve a more natural look as well. This really melts the powders. This really melts the powders into your face so it doesn't look like you just threw makeup all over. For my lips today, I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K lip liner. And I'm gonna pair that with the Dolce K Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick. But I'm kind of in a rush today and this is what I grabbed, so finished makeup look. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this natural glam look. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some love in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys would like to see next. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Click that little red rectangle that says subscribe and hit the bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a video here on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.